Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there. Hi everyone, this is Phil. What you're about to hear is parts of a Batman The Long Halloween special that Lilith, Tyler, and I did back in 2016. For those of you who don't know, Batman The Long Halloween took place it was 13 issues. It took place from one Halloween to the next, and each issue every month was a different month. So there was basically a year-long special we did. We decided to dust it off and get it out to you this year as a Halloween, all October Halloween special. So we condensed the 13 episodes down to 5 weeks. So yeah, you'll hear 2 to 3 parts depending on the week all month. So what you're about to hear took place over the span of a year, so you'll hear it all this month in October as another Batman special. So you'll get your regular We Are the Night, the Batman podcast, and you'll get a Batman special all month. You're welcome, Ray. Alright, so sit back, relax, and let's get to some Batman The Long Halloween. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. It's that time again.
What time's that, Phil?
Why, Tyler, it's a Batman Long Halloween, Christmas, and New Year's special.
Oh, joy.
You feel like some music now.
Oh, there will be. Watch, there's probably music playing right now. With, of course, you heard me and Tyler and Lilith, of course, as usual, for our, Before the Bat, World's Finest, Channel 52 crossover.
That's a crossover. That's a crossover event.
We're turning into the CW in their DC properties.
No, let's just mention Constantine 5 or 6 times, and we can rope Newcastle crew in here, Lil.
Oh man, this is a good one.
There's a hidden Constantine reference in here. I know it. I'll find it.
No.
Look, there it is in the background.
It's got to be a trench coat, a man in a silhouette with a trench coat that we can say was a Constantine appearance.
Exactly.
All right. Well, how we should do this? We'll get into, I guess, the Christmas issue first, of course.
That makes sense.
Christmas time in Gotham. Isn't it wonderful?
Although, I think it's good that we decided to do this as, the 2 issues as one. I mean, not only because they're a week apart, but because, it's, the whole thing is like, the 2 issues are like one big story, because, you have the Joker in both, and...
That is true. It is a good way to review this.
So, let's start into Christmas. What did everyone think of Christmas?
I love Joker in both these issues, but I like him a little bit more in this one.
What, the first one? Yeah.
In the Christmas
I like it.
Although we almost didn't get him in the second one. Harvey Dent came close to taking the Joker down, but...
LOLs, no. If Batman's not gonna do it, nobody's gonna do it.
Well, like the Joker said, you're good, Dent, but you're no Batman.
Calendar Man. Can we just...
Julian Day.
I forgot about that, so I reread this one again. It's just like, oh man, we are treading in some awkward 30s, 40s situation right here.
I mean, it's funny just because, it's a holiday killer, but I'm, even reading it, I don't think I was that familiar with Calendar Man when I first read this, but I was like, it can't be Calendar Man, that's too obvious.
Oh yeah, I was like how he's in his cell. And come on, with a name like Julian Day, that has to be. I will say that I am a little, I'll go out on a limb here, okay, I'll speak to all my people who have other holidays. I am sad that, like Calendar Man says, no Ash Wednesday, Earth Day, Flag Day, Hanukkah. I mean, could you imagine if there was a little mini-series like The Long Halloween, chapter 4.5, like the 8 Nights of Hanukkah?
Oh my god, that would have been awesome.
Like that 8 Nights of Hanukkah hell for Batman.
Well, that's what I was thinking, because I just read this before we started, and I was like, oh my god, can you imagine if this was like a 20-part series or something? Because if they hit like every holiday, you know, like you said, Groundhog Day, Ash Wednesday, Secretary's Day.
Oh, Father's Day for Batman, that would have been
hilariously bad. Like, calendar is like, or holidays like, why is Batman crying? Is that a reason? It'll be something.
And then that's how everybody discovers he's Bruce Wayne.
That's...
Oh.
But no,
somebody bit the bullet in this one. Who died? No, that was, yeah. I hate when they have like first appearance, last appearance. Poor Toots. Never even got a chance to be a character, really. Is that who Luke is named after, by the way? Is he named after Luca Toots Morelli?
No.
I like the character development of Harvey in this one, though. Just more of Harvey. And like you said, having the Joker in this one is nice. And just, you know, rereading this after having read it so many times, it's fun to watch some of the misdirection and the direction that it gives you. Like, I love the look of snow in Gotham. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, it actually cleans the streets.
But like just the imagery, like from Batman Returns to Batman Noel.
Yeah, especially at night, because a lot of the Batman stuff takes place at night. Yeah.
Like just that imagery of the snow falling of the panels, like where Batman's got the thug outside and he's just landing on top of the car. And Batman just looks massive in this. Like he just looks huge.
Oh yeah, I mean, kind of have to be. But I just love like all the, you know, the number 2 on the nose stuff, like when Harvey and Gilda are, you know, they're checking out their house after it was rebuilt, after it was blown up, in the first one. And she's like, oh, now that we're starting over a new house, can we try to have kids again? And he goes, a second chance? I'm like, oh, there's the number 2. I'm like, you might as well have said, oh, can we have 2 kids then?
Gilda, two.
Twins.
Put on your tutu. Let's dance around.
I love the Joker and the Grinch imagery. I think that's my favorite thing about this issue.
I just love when he's in their house.
Yeah.
Like he's chilling like around the tree and Harvey's like attacks him and he's just chilling like this is.
Yeah, he does look like the Grinch with, you know, the Santa hat, and they draw him with those big teeth and
the smile and just. Well, I picture that there should have been a panel of the Joker punching Santa Claus in the face.
Oh, I just love how the Joker broke into everyone's house in this issue. You know, he was in the Dent's house, and then he even with all the bodyguards, he gets into the Roman's penthouse and.
Well, I mean, let's look at that first panel of just him sitting there reading the paper. Looks like a bowl of cereal, and he's singing, and then you turn the page, and you see the paper in his face, and then you turn the page again, and you see he's stealing people's presents from their houses. They're tied up, and he had chopped down the door. He's just walking away, like, no big deal.
You gotta love the Pound Prince of Crime. You really do.
The villain you love to hate.
Honestly. Of course, my favorite panel is the last one where Joker's just laid out. And the snow globe is the only thing that has a little bit of color to it. I like that choice.
I think my favorite.
Let me see here.
I think my favorite's from page 11 when Batman's just behind Maroni holding his cape and he's like, Maroni. And
he just looks massive and like a huge figure that just
dark.
And Maroni's got that look like, oh.
I love their shots, like when he's in shadow and all you can see is the eyes.
That's what I'm talking about. That's some Batman that we need to see.
Don't you like the Calendar Man clue that they gave us? He's like, it's a man and a woman at the same time.
Well, he kept switching, pronouns, or every time he would say he, the next time he'd say she. He was like, oh.
I'm like, is it RuPaul?
Oh, Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, that's funny.
But do you want to hear the first part of Jack's email?
Yeah, bring it on.
Because he wrote it for both. But he said, hey guys, I never read this story before, but seeing you all were reviewing it gave me the motivation to do so. Hear that, DC? Love the format of the book and the way you're reviewing it. I don't feel pressured to read this doorstop of a story in one fell swoop. I did, however, read ahead and was shocked by and loved the ending, as Phil will attest to. He's like, on to my thoughts of Christmas, and then he does New Year's later, but I'll just do Christmas right now. Julian Day was more or less a new character to me. Heard the name, but never read a story with him. I gotta say, he's totally the Hannibal Lecter or Hercule Poirot, Agatha Christie, anyone of this story arc. Consulting from afar and managed to outsmart everyone. Loved it. Which brings me to my favorite panel of the issue, if we're still doing that. Of course we are, Jack. The small headshot of Julian cryptically saying, "Tomorrow's the big day. She will kill again." WTF? But by the end, Bats and Gordon had to be thinking, well, I can't say that word, the S word. Dude just ran rings around us. Subtle and amazing. And he's like, every time we see the dents at home, it reminds me of a Norman Rockwell marriage to the point that it's almost forced and not realistic. My thoughts on a justification for that would be that it makes the eventual ending all the more heartrending.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah.
Great insight.
Yeah, the Norman Rockwell part is just definitely, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate the feedback.
Oh, yeah. Thank
More?
you.
We're just Oliver Twist at this point. More, please.
Yeah, I'll read the second part when we get to the next issue, because that's the rest of it. But, yeah, it's like, whatever happened to Gilda? I know in the sequel, didn't she, they were just like, she disappeared, and like, I don't know if they ever addressed it again.
Of course not. Everything has potholes.
Cause, I don't know, I'm trying to remember if they killed his wife in New 52, but yeah, before that, I don't know if they ever...
Yeah, I can't remember either.
She probably just ran and hid so you couldn't find her.
Wait, did the Joker-mobile appear in this one or the next one?
Next one.
Yeah, the next one.
That was funny.
I love this is a good scene too, when like I said, he's breaking in everywhere. The Joker goes to Maroni's restaurant, and Maroni pulls his gun, and he's like, no clown comes into my place, and Joker pulls out the big gun and points it to his head and says, "Maroni, mine's bigger."
I think if I had to pick a favorite panel like we were talking about, it goes back to, like, in that same scene that Phil's talking about with Maroni, I just love when Batman lands on the car.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah, because they're loading their buddy's body in the trunk, because he got all Joker, he got killed by the Joker venom, I guess. They load him in the trunk, and yeah, Batman just lands on the trunk.
Just staring at him. He's just staring him down.
I know, he's like 2 inches from their face, yeah.
So I'm saying, I love the imagery of Gotham and snow. It's just powerful.
Well, it's that good contrast too, because you get all Batman in shadow, so he's all black, but then you get the white snow.
Snow is beautiful, but yeah, I mean that's why I always like Batman Returns from a visual point of view. So, but like I said, I like this issue. I wish there had been a little bit more to it with like a Christmas theme to it, like a little bit more Christmas imagery for the issue, but but that's okay. It's cool.
But like I said,
Let's face it, Gotham is a town that everybody gets a lump of coal in their stocking.
Yeah, and like I said, it's such a 2-part story. It's almost like the 2 issues are almost like a story within the story.
That's true.
Oh, there is one panel that Joker Mobile maybe, because they showed Joker after he leaves Falcone's and he throws the cards at the bodyguard, and then they show one panel of him pulling away in a car, and then that's when the Holiday Killer shows up.
Yeah, I was just like, the Joker Mobile, because he is the antithesis of Batman, so he has to have his own kind of car.
But I just this issue and next issue, it's so, well, I understand it, but it's just so weird that Joker's freaked out. Holiday has the Joker freaked out because he's like, I'm the chaos in this town. There can't be anyone else creating chaos in town.
I like
you gotta prove he's the crazy one, which is kind
of Joker. He's just like, there's a order to the chaos, and it's that I'm the chaos.
Which is kind of funny, because it would be interesting if there was a villain like the Joker that decided to kill all the other super villains. Just because it's funny, because if that's the case, wouldn't Joker want to kill like everybody, like the Riddler? And
once again, you can't predict the Joker. It's too crazy.
That's what
he
makes
just had a wild hair up his butt that day. That's all.
Wild green.
He was on to the next thing later.
Wild green hair.
So where does this rank in issues for like the 13 issues in the series for you guys?
I don't even know, because reading it, every time I read this, I get more and more out of the individual issues. There's things I like more about it. Like this one, I like how every issue, ends with like the Holiday Killer in black and white, but this one has that one page of Batman finding the Joker card in color, and then it's the last page of just the gun. Like it breaks that up just a little bit. And I don't know. Maybe it'd be better after we read all of them to just rank them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, when we do our final issue, like we'll just break it down because, like I said, I'm rereading it this time and not just continually reading it straight through. It allows me to think more on the individual issue.
That's what we should do when we do number 13. We should everyone come in with your list and rank your issues in order of favorites.
I like it because every time I've read this, I've always read it from the graphic novel point of view. Mm-hmm. So I've always just kind of set down one reading just straight through. So, well, let's get on to New Year's Eve.
Yeah, you know what? The last panel in Christmas. When Batman says, "Have a Merry Christmas, Joker," it'll be your last. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. We know he's not going to kill him, so why would it be his last Christmas?
Maybe it's his last Merry.
I guess.
Just saying.
All right. Well, if anyone wants to save, stop now. If you want to save New Year's for next week for New Year.
Yeah, just pause. Come back in a week. We got you.
3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year! Or is it New Year's Eve? Because this issue is New Year's Eve, not New Year's Day.
Yeah, I know. It seems New Year's Eve, but they're doing one every month, so this would be the January issue, though.
That's what's weird. It's the January issue that takes place on December 23rd. Or 31st. What am I saying 23rd? Jeez. I don't even know what I'm talking about, Phil.
Well, it strikes midnight on the next to last page, so...
Maybe it depends on what time zone Gotham's in.
Yeah.
It's New York.
Is it?
Not Chicago, it's New York.
What's Metropolis?
New York?
LA.
DC.
LA in the 40s when it was great.
Yeah, casual Friday Superman would come from LA.
You guys crack me up. Like I said, I did find it funny, though, that it's New Year's Eve, so... But that first page is just Joker's face. Smiling at you.
And I just love, okay, so now Joker has pilot skills, and enough pilot skills to take it through Gotham City.
Joker is a man of many skills from a misspent youth, okay?
Man, he's got hidden talents.
Either that or he watched too much Charlie Brown. He thinks he's the Red Baron.
I mean,
he's like, done to the
Harley. Come on.
What?
How else do you think he got Harley? He had to have more of his sleeve than that smile.
Hey, baby, I know how to fly a plane.
I killed a lot of people.
Still snowing.
Yeah, once it starts snowing in Gotham, it doesn't stop. Because once it stops, that means it's spring.
Oh, so Gotham's in Alaska. Okay.
That we figured it out. That makes sense.
Well,
that way the sun never comes up.
I was going to say, it's definitely not Christmas here this year, man. It was like almost 70 degrees here today.
I know. I was like trying to listen to Christmas music in the car, and I was like, nope, just going to listen to Heat Miser over and over.
Oh, I wore a sweatshirt and I got hot. I had to take it off.
Shrugs, because this one lives in Florida now.
I was going to say, that's every day for you.
Yeah, I was sweating in my Batman outfit all day. I was like, this is too hot. You know what's a really cool panel on this issue? It's the one where it's just like Batman busting into the Joker in the cockpit of the plane. It's just it's the 1 page. Huh?
Page 8, yep.
Yep. Like, it's just really cool. It just reminds me it's like Batman Top Gun. Greetings!
Oh, page 8 and 9, it's a 2-page spread. At least in mine.
You know, I'm reading it digitally, so it's just 1 page.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one I've always wanted to buy, and every time I've had it in my hand, I always end up getting something else, or be like one of those, like, oh, I'll get it later. And then they had it on sale digitally for $4 on Kindle, and I was like, yeah, not passing that up.
To do it.
All right, let me read the rest of Jack's email, because there's a controversial thought or two in here. Hey, all right, for New Year's, he says, I've taken flack for this before, but the Joker isn't my favorite Batman villain.
That's cool.
That being said, him trying to rationalize the Batman crashing a plane into a crowd of people in hopes that one of them may be Holiday was pretty damn funny. Lots of suspense in that panel. Plane going down, Batman's cape getting chopped in the prop. Anyway, lots of fun and story progression in these 2 issues. Lots of fun to come. I'll be waiting on your holiday installments. Thanks, Jack. And then at the end, he has a suggestion. He goes, also a suggestion, with the newest Frank Miller Batman story coming out, you should think about reviewing the previous volumes. You know, Batman Returns and, The Dark Knight Returns and, The Dark Knight Strikes Again.
I could be down with that.
I was thinking if we did that, maybe we should do it, around the time, Batman v Superman comes out.
Yeah, I'm down with that. That's a good suggestion.
Although
I'm cool with that. Whatever you.
I was going to say you should both come here because you were talking about maybe coming here for Batman v Superman, Tyler.
Yep, I am. I just gotta wait till.
What day is that? The 26th, March 26th.
Yeah, that's Friday. It's like the 25th or 26th. Yeah.
So
weekend before my birthday. Yeah.
The only thing I'm looking at right now is I think it's the start of March. Our schedules change at work. It's when the new shifts. So I'm just waiting to see when the bids come out because I'll know by the end of January what my March schedule is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of waiting for that to see so I can plan it out. But one thing I think is really interesting about this issue is I love the moment where you have Maroni and Falcone talking, and he mentions about blood just on the one side. And they're talking about Alberto, and then it's in the middle of the issue is when Holiday strikes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, it's not, because I was reading this issue, I was like, man, that seemed really short, but it keeps going.
Yes, but isn't it interesting that Alberto's, isn't he the first one where you don't see the body? The body supposedly falls in the water.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I like the way it's set up. If you pay attention, you have Harvey Dent leaving his office.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go through Batman and Joker, then the boat, then the death, and then Harvey enters his house with the line, Harvey, or Harv, your hair is all wet.
Yep.
From his wife. Mm-hmm. And I love the imagery, just the way it's drawn with the Dents and the Gordons, just by the fire, the lighting, the shadows. I'm trying to have a nice New Year's Eve, and Dent seems very frustrated that Jim's there. And then he's like, we need to talk about Bruce Wayne.
Huh? And then Barbara's talking about Jim's niece.
Jimbo was talking about Bruce Wayne. Gosh, that's so bad continuity.
I know. I was like, and Little James. Let's not forget Little James.
I just prefer to think that Barbara or James / Jim Gordon married Barbara, and they decided to have a boy and a girl and named them after themselves. Jim Jr. and Barbara.
So nice.
But, the New Year's thing would have been cool. I love that they kind of crash into the clock for that New Year's imagery. Almost would have been cool if we would have saw more of the crowd of people gathered and partying on the streets of Gotham, like a Times Square kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But everything's from that aerial view up top of just Batman fighting Joker. But I do love that last panel. It might be my favorite panel of just Batman standing there with the snow with no cape, with Joker knocked out.
Yeah.
Because he got chopped up in the propeller, yeah.
Because he doesn't even know there's been a holiday killing yet.
Nope.
He's been fighting Joker the whole time.
I just remember reading this and they land on the clock and I was like, oh, is that going to be Oracle's clock?
Oh, that'd be cool. but it can't be because Babs is, Jim's niece who's not there yet.
I know, but I'm like, that's where she's going to be. Not yet though.
So, I like the New Year's one. I think the biggest, in this story, in this particular issue, I think that, honestly, Batman probably is the least interesting, non-needed part of it. I mean, him fighting Joker is fun and cool, but, I think the meat of the story comes from the panels of Alberto getting killed in the boat, and then Jim and Gordon. Or Harvey and Jim.
And Harvey finding the supposed connection between Falcone and Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, that's the story, and it just feels like the Batman stuff's just the extra stuff going on in the back. He has no involvement with. He's just trying to take out Joker before he kills somebody else.
See, this is what a good Bat story is, though, sometimes. Where the villains can actually carry it. Because I've noticed that in the New 52, that the Batman villains just kind of, they try to, as in the case with Mr. Bloom right now with the super heavy arc, it's just not doing it for me. But, these were back in the day where the villains could literally carry the story, and you barely noticed that Batman was just kind of the superfluous fluff or the icing on the cake.
Well, yeah, I think that's the whole problem with the new 52 these days, that most of the villains are two-dimensional, and like, yeah, in the case of the good villains, you know, like Batmans and even the Flashes, they shouldn't be two-dimensional.
Hey, technically we're not in the new 52 anymore. We're in the DCU.
Post-convergence era, that's what I'm calling it.
Well, like, you know, in Superman, like, I thought the idea of Lois outing Superman was awesome, until I realized she did it because somebody else was going to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh.
Can't beat you for that scoop. I'm Lois Lane.
And then I just kind of lost all the interest in that. And then I was like, okay. And then the whole villain that he's been fighting, I'm just like, this is kind of getting lame. Like,
tedious, yeah.
The Flash, though, the way they've brought in Thawne, have been pretty cool. So, but we digress into other stuff.
But, Tyler, have you heard any updates since we did Thanksgiving about the Batman Clue?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, did Charlie explain that?
Yeah. I got a very fun email from Hasbro. Basically that, thank you for your idea, but we can't look at it because it talks about copyrighted material.
Yeah, but then I was just in the store today. I saw Big Bang Theory Clue. So what's up with that?
And like I told you,
like, Brothers as well. So,
and like I said, with the Clue, like if you look at Big Bang Theory or The Office Clue, nobody dies. Like it's like in the Big Bang Theories, you're trying to solve who stole Sheldon something. Like it's the same game, but it's not about someone dying. So like with the Batman Clue, you don't have to have someone murdered.
No, you could figure out the clues, and once whoever figures it out first locks up, you know, whoever, Joker, whoever in Arkham.
Exactly. Like it's the same premise that, you know, it's a villain in an area you're trying to solve, like maybe who kidnapped Alfred, you know, or who kidnapped Commissioner Gordon. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Oh, it was the Joker at Arkham, you know, using laughing gas. Like,
that's really a strange, like, response. Like, cause.
Oh, it was. I'll pull the email and I'll forward it to you guys because I sent them a nice one back. Like,
well, yeah, well, you sent it to me. You sent it to me when you first got it, and like I said to you, I bet you a lot of those big companies probably do that now just because they don't want anyone to like run the risk of like suing them and saying you stole my idea. Or
yeah, but it'd be cool if it was like, hey, do you have an idea for a game or something we should do? You know, submit your idea this way.
Like Lego does.
And yeah, and like you know, when you submit it, like you basically put something that says, this is my idea I'm submitting, you know, basically like it's like signing a legal thing that basically say you can't go after them, but whatever. I mean,
we should make our own Clue then. That's what we'll do.
Oh, I will. I thought about it before. Like it would be so cool just to like set up my own Clue game. I had plans for it. I drew up. I just haven't had time to bust out all the things that I need to make it.
Well, I thought I heard before that you could like make like your own custom Monopoly game or something like that. And I was like, oh, we need some like Southgate Media Monopoly, but I think you have to order like a certain
instead of the money bags, it's Rob.
Do not pass go. Do not get your podcast
uploaded
this week.
Yeah.
The chance card. Skype has been a problem this week. You are delayed.
Nobody downloaded your show. It's been canceled. You've been replaced on your own show because nobody can stand you. Dang it!
The $10 for the beauty prizes. Hey, you got a good iTunes review.
Or no, here's one that's even better. Everybody loves your podcast, but the show that you podcast about's been canceled.
But instead of all the properties, you collect all the shows. Like
God knows we have 80 plus.
Well, yeah, and instead of like the different colors, you can get like all the Phil podcasts, all the Lilith podcasts. Oh, look! What's the most expensive one? Oh, look, Primatech files.
I like it. I think it's a solid idea.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna make that happen.
I think you can. Like I said, I don't know where you have to go, but I think you can. But you just have to order a certain amount of games. So I wonder how you have to order.
You got sued for copyright infringement on your show. Go to jail. No! You're onto something here. But it seems like every time I turn around, there's somebody doing Monopoly. Like what was it I saw the other day? I was like,
Kevin Smith has
oh my god, Jay and
Silent Bob Monopoly. Yeah,
that's come on, like
really, I have to order that one.
Yeah, I don't know what it looks like, but yeah, I've heard, I've listened to a couple of his podcasts, and yeah, there was commercials for a while for Jay and Silent Bob Monopoly.
It seems like
just for the cock knocker piece alone. You got
it was Supernatural now has their own Monopoly.
Well, that's about damn time. As a fan,
I'll say they had the Clue one last year, and now they have their own Monopoly.
Don't they have some kind of superhero monopoly? Like, I don't know if it's Marvel or DC, maybe both, but
there's every way possible of what do you call it? Star Wars. There's Star Wars, and there's Episode 1 Monopoly.
Oh, just wait. They're gonna be, by the time 2016 rolls around, I'm sure there'll be 50 more versions.
My gosh. We're like getting so off topic, but I have a headache just thinking about with all these Star Wars movies. All the Star Wars movies, how they're like, okay, so we have these movies that take place after Episode 6. Now this movie takes place before Episode 4, but after Episode 3. And this one takes place before... I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's going to get so confusing.
Well, I'll break it down to you in one simple thing.
Yay! The Kaching made an appearance tonight.
Bam! Money, money, money!
Oh, my favorite new character, Vernon Wells, by the way.
Oh, yeah, the one who gives Harvey the information.
Yeah.
He reminds me,
I like
reminds
the way
me of somebody
he is.
else. Who is it? Maybe it's
Arnold Wesker from the animated series?
Maybe, or even Clock King from animated series.
Let me go back to his appearance. Hold on. Yeah, I can see the Clock King, but he reminds me of like a young Wesker. That's who I thought of. But I can see the Clock King. The both you get Clock King from the animated series. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, but it's not It's not Arnold Wesker. He can say his B's. He said Bruce Wayne, not Bruce Wayne.
Doesn't have his hand up a puppet.
Ouch.
Still not the worst way to spend your Saturday.
Nope.
And then on the boat, we got all the gangsters on the boat, and we get Lilith's favorite character, Carla.
Oh,
I do like her.
Carmine's sister.
She's a pushy little boy.
You know what? On a side note, that'd kind of be a cool character to appear on Gotham. Like, if we wanted to pull back, and bring back in some more of the crime families. Like, her coming back and trying to take back Carmine's empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they'll just go, with all the Batman villains, why Bruce is still a child. But, that's a different story.
But, I just think it's so ironic when Falcone's thinking, he surrounded himself with a nest of vipers, and if it weren't for Alberta, there'd be no one I can trust.
Yeah, and then the next, blood in the water.
Another great panel.
But yeah, it's like Happy New Year, Alberta.
Mm-hmm. They could have tied all these
dead in the water.
They could have tied all these storylines together. Like Joker could have crashed the plane into the boat.
That would have been too much.
Or next to it into the water.
But yeah,
what's
Happy
your
New
favorite
Year, you
panel?
filthy animal.
Oh yeah, favorite panel.
Like I said, I think mine's Batman without the just the colorization and everything. Just him standing there at the clock with no cape. It just looks cool because it's not an image you see often. The not caped Batman.
Well, I think it has to be, for me, it has to be the one you mentioned before. Well, in mine, it's that two-page spread with Batman hanging upside down in Joker's face in the cockpit of the plane.
Yeah, I do like that one a lot too. So I think it's kind of a toss-up between those two.
It's
Mine
just so
is a really small one. It's where they're saying, here's to the New Year, Gilda. May all your wishes come true. It's like, I hope so, Barbara. I really hope so.
I know, but just reading that whole part, I'm just like, yeah, and then another year or two, you two just basically disappear.
Well,
sometimes that's the best thing that can happen to a character in a Batman's title.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. So yeah, this was a good issue. Definitely can't wait till the next holiday.
Which won't be till Valentine's Day now, so we have over basically a month and from New Year's a month and a half.
I know, it's so weird.
Well, because these two take place, like issue 3 is the end of December, and then this one was like the first day of January, so they're only like a week apart.
We just need to come back and make our own like special where we just speculate what happened during Hanukkah.
The Hanukkah thing, yeah.
Yep. During Hanukkah. Is there any Jewish supervillains?
There used to be.
I don't know. It sounds like I feel like there was, or you said there was somewhat.
I know there's some like Jewish superheroes, but they're like I know some on the Marvel side, like I think Ben Grimm and Kitty Pryde are Jewish.
I know Ben Grimm is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think with the political correctness era, though, we might not have any Jewish supervillains.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit down and write my Batman Hanukkah.
all the rogues are going on a crime spree, and it's 8 crazy nights.
Oh God!
There you go.
Oh yeah, Adam Sandler. There you go. Write a song, Tyler.
I got the idea here. I'm working it here. Batman has to leave for Hanukkah to go investigate something, and like you said, he's in Central City and taking on the rogues because the Flash isn't around. And each night's a different rogue. Or no, I got it better. I have it better. For Hanukkah, Batman takes on Firefly because he's lighting this town up each night.
Gotham as a menorah.
The Menorah Chronicles.
I liked it better with a different villain every night. I was gonna say, all right, to Harvey Dent on night 2.
I think this is one of my favorite covers, though, for sure, out of all the issues.
Issue 4, yeah.
Let's see the cover. Let me go back here.
With them with the wine glasses.
Yeah, it's because it's subtle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're toasty. Yeah, I do like that.
Although issue 3 is kind of pretty subtle too, because it's like basically just a white. Well, they're kind of opposites because the issue 3 is the all white, and it's just like Joker sitting on the like the Santa chair with the presents and stuff.
It would have been. I think it would have been cooler if it was like the Joker sitting there dressed as Santa with a kid on his lap.
Giving him a bomb, you say? That sounds like something that happened in The Flash.
And instead, it's oh yeah, by close enough, Mark Hamill.
Hey, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later because I was thinking about that and dwelling on some stuff about that. So we'll talk about that later.
But I do want to say that in the Christmas issue, that has to be like in my top 5 favorite opening pages out of this whole series as well too, with Joker just reading the paper, just sitting there and all that. That was a great way.
And he tied that family up with Christmas lights,
and then just leaves them, walks out. I'm like, at least they made it through. So
he just like robbed somebody's house of Christmas presents. I'm like, how much could he really gotten there?
It wasn't
the pure rush of it. Okay?
Yeah, I'll say it's
a monetary gain.
Yeah, it's not for. He don't care about what the gifts are. He just wants to rob people of their stuff and their joy.
Oh yeah, well, like Lilith made the the analogy with the Grinch and stuff.
Yeah, J is for Grinch.
Tim still got it though. I just have to say, shout out to him. He's still. I love his artwork.
I love it because it's unique. Like,
he does still have it, but this is like from 96, 97, so
it's a unique artwork. That's what I like about it.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to close this thing out?
I think so. Any last thoughts, anyone?
Who is Holiday?
Valentine's Day.
Oh no, it's the Valentine.
Come back in February. Get your loved one. Come back in February and listen to the Valentine's episode with us.
Who's getting me a bloody heart?
Cholesterol? But if you want to share any of your thoughts or questions or anything else about Batman: The Long Halloween or anything Batman or anything DC Comics, you could
or you know what, just anything period. Like just talk to us.
Anything superhero, but you can email us worldsfinestpod@gmail.com. On Twitter, we're at worldsfinestpod, and we're on Facebook too. So please give us a like.
Like us, we need it. We feel low self-esteem.
Yeah, comment, and share.
Review us on iTunes.
Yes, rate. In the words of like Lilith and Kelly, yes, rate and review. Downloads matter.
Just a friendly hint in case people don't know how podcasts work. That's all it is.
We want you to like us, please.
That's right. And let's see, I have 50 podcasts. So the easiest way to get a hold of me is nightwingpdp@gmail.com, and on Twitter I'm at nightwingpdp. And Lilith, you're 50 places also, so how can people find you?
Well, basically, you guys should just get at me at either Lilith Hellfire on Twitter or lilithhellfire.com. That's my website. I do reviews, and it'll be picking up in the new year because TV is dead right now. All we've got is one more episode of Supergirl at this point when we're recording it.
It's true.
Are we all live tweeting Monday?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. If nothing else, we have conversations with each other.
Yeah.
And get people involved. Like, hey, talk to us.
And if anyone wants to talk to you, Tyler Patrick, where can they get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me by sending pigeons with smoke signals. You can find me at JTY Patrick on Twitter. You can hear me on Before the Bat, Flash Arrow Power Hour, Krypton Report, all podcasts on Southgate. You can also hear me if you just, listen to the still moments of night, that sound in the back of the voice. It's me screaming.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right, see you guys.
The stockings are hung with care. We said Merry Christmas, but Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you celebrate, and Happy
Festivus!
New Year. Festivus for the rest of us.
All right, peace.
So,
Happy Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day.
Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2016 for Valentine's Day. Good night.